G'day and welcome to Game 1 in this lower bracket elimination between NeonEsports and Atlantis. Southeast Asian regional qualifiers for TI11. NeonEsports have dropped down to the lower bracket after losing 2-0 to RSG yesterday in the upper bracket. And Atlantis had a bye in the first round of the lower bracket, so they're through. And so this is their first game in the qualifiers. Now, doing a little bit of research, I sort of thought NeonEsports were the firm favorites here, being in the upper bracket. However, I discovered they had 5 DPC points, and that's why they were in the upper bracket, probably from the first round of the DPC earlier this year. However, the second round of the DPC, they went 0-7 in Division 2, and Atlantis actually went 3-4 in Division 2. So Atlantis finished 6th or 5th in Division 2. NeonEsports finished 8th. So on recent form, Atlantis has actually has better results despite starting in the lower bracket. So I'm sort of quietly confident that Atlantis might put on a bit of a surprise show here and upset Neon. First bans coming out, Marcy and the Primal Beast from Neon. So really not mucking around with those initial bans, really not wanting the heroes to be jumping in, getting on them really quickly. And that's just banning strong heroes at the moment. I think it's wise bans. They do let through the Death Prophet, Batrider, and Enigma will be banned for Atlantis, and they end up picking the Death Prophet when it was let through. Chen and Earthshaker in return. I'm really seeing, I think the Undying is falling out of favor in terms of being banned. I really think Enigma is going to start falling out of favor, at least first phase bans. You know, maybe second phase. But first phase bans on an Enigma just do not seem particularly good right now. You know, if someone first phases an Enigma, there's so much room left in the draft to counter that out. And Tiny Grab for Atlantis. So from the initial picks, Neon want to have plenty of control in the fights with the Earthshaker, but sustaining through sort of chip damage. Death Prophet is more of a chip damage hero. Doesn't really burst heroes down particularly fast unless there's just one single hero there with all the ghosts going through. Tiny does offer a little bit of additional burst though. Chen likes to play against heroes that have slow build up of damage rather than all in one big burst, because Chen can just slowly heal and make sure the ult and the mech gets off and can turn around a fight so that their person who's getting targeted first doesn't go down. Timbersaw taken out from Neon, that would indicate they want to go for some sort of strength lineup here. Maybe the core Pudge, maybe a Bristleback. We'll see if a Viper ban comes out. I mean, if you're banning Timbersaw, I get the feeling you might ban Viper as well. But now that Atlantis have seen the Timbersaw ban, actually taking the Bloodseeker themselves, maybe Pangolier is on the agenda. When you see the Timber ban and you ban out the Bloodseeker yourself, interesting bans. Bristleback's actually banned on the side of Neon. That was sort of the hero I thought they might be going for themselves. Maybe they don't want a Bristle against a Pudge. I mean, your initial picks so far between the Chen and the Earthshaker don't really justify a Timber ban, but yeah, it really does show your hand a little bit where you're heading in the draft. With the Blood Band, I said Pangolier could be an option. Marcy is already taken out along with Timber, and they're the other two heroes that really struggle against that Bloodseeker, at least from the Rupture. Tiny, probably likely to be the 4 position, wants to get a Blink Dagger on reasonably quickly so they can make rotations around and help set up for their core heroes to get some kills, snowball into the mid game. Beastmaster is picked after the immediate ban of Nightstalker, so getting rid of that nighttime vision so that you have the clear Hawk vision coming out from Beast and some good single target lockdown. So the NeonEsports draft at the moment looks very well put together. You've got AoE control, you've got some single target control, you've got sustain through the Chen. They're really just missing some sort of physical DPS at the moment to combine up with the Inner Beast Aura on the Beastmaster. Atlantis have 2 picks in a row here though, and Faceless Void is available, good with the Death Prophet. In fact, sort of a Faceless Snapfire or Faceless Invoker if you're on this Death Prophet in the off lane. It could be really powerful. When this Faceless Void makes it through to the second phase picks, without being picked or banned, obviously, up until that point, and you have the 2 picks in a row, the opposing side can't counter it. You know, if Neon had picked Faceless Void here, it does open up 2 picks on the return of Atlantis, but the other way around, Dawnbreaker, and their second one to go with that. You want a bit of a setup for Dawnbreaker, maybe a Mars, although maybe I think this will be a 3 Dawnbreaker, not a mid. Although Death Prophet's already picked, maybe it.
10 seconds remaining.
This is interesting because you got 3 heroes here. I mean, Tiny can go mid or 4. Death Prophet can go mid or 3, and maybe even a support. Maybe it's a support Death Prophet. Offlane, Dawnbreaker, safe lane Clinks, and then maybe their mid lane is still to come. It's quite a flexible draft from Atlantis, and we'll leave Neon guessing with where heroes are going in the lanes. I mean, it could even be a mid Dawn at this point.
5 seconds remaining.
And we go with the initial thought of the offlane Death Prophet. Where's the physical damage coming for NeonEsports? Not yet. I mean, Quap can right-click once she maybe goes into that AC build. It's the Witchblade and do quite a lot of damage, but originally, maybe the Pure and Magical coming out, trying to burst down this Death Prophet before they get the opportunity to get the Spirit Siphons off. And that's really the play here. You need to raw this beast, this Death Prophet, make sure they die, and then take the fight from there. If you don't commit raw on the Death Prophet, you really do struggle to get the damage coming through. Yeah, you might have an Echo and a Sonic Wave, but if they don't come through right next to each other, DP's gonna have a chance to heal up and sustain a little bit and just mitigate the damage coming through to stay alive in the middle of the fight with the Exo running. Last 2 bans coming out now. Slark, Atlantis identifying that Neon need a pos 1. They're still lacking that physical damage. And Neon identifying that's probably the mid they're missing at the moment. So, yeah, I'd be in the boat of Neon at the moment, wagering this is probably a support Death Prophet. Support Death Prophet or support Dawnbreaker. I guess it doesn't matter either way. All that matters is it's probably the mid that is still missing from the draft of Atlantis. And thinking about mid heroes that are left in the pool, Shadow Fiend is there. Lena has gone ignored. Lena's not there. I still think if you had a Mars mid with this offlane Dawnbreaker, that's a really good setup. Arena into Solar Guardian, because not only does the timing work really well in terms of the spear, stun duration, and the Dawnbreaker ult, the other thing is it really doesn't... It stops other people from coming in to try and save the speared target. Because you've got this Dawnbreaker stun coming in. If you get caught by that stun, you're likely to die as well in that initiation. Invoker taken out. Last phase from Neon. And it's the Juggernaut from Atlantis. Terrorblade still available. Would work well with this sort of pseudo push lineup. Chen, Beastmaster. They've got a couple of Zoo heroes. Grab the Terrorblade as well. Push with the meta. Could be really powerful. And it is the Mars. Oh. Oh, baby. Love to see it. I might not have the lanes right, but I actually did get the picks. Morphling. Okay. Morphling, Terrorblade, both going to deal pretty insane physical damage. So for the side of Atlantis, I'm really interested to see these lanes. So Mango Rose will take the 1 Clinks. Wonder Boy will actually be the mid Death Prophet, and it is WS on the Mars, and then the support Tiny and Dawnbreaker. So it's the 5 Dawnbreaker. They're looking to play that, just healer role, get themselves the healing amp, and go from there. And if the dream comes true, as this Ponyo Dawnbreaker works slowly but surely towards that Aghanim Scepter, and once you hit that as a support Dawnbreaker, you actually feel like almost like a core. You know, you have the ability to really make some big plays in team fights and keep people alive, and you move the the radius of that Solar Guardian as it comes down. Get the additional pump heals, and it's a huge power spike on the Sport Dawnbreaker. But NeonEsports, Fortune Soul have the 1 Morphling, Avatar mod, Mid-Quap, and Rue, 3 Beastmaster, Play Hard on the Earthshaker, playing the Pos 4, and C will be the 5 Chen. The pre-conventional draft coming from Neon, something a little bit different from Atlantis, and I have to say I love this Mars tiny Dawnbreaker. Very tanky hero picks here. I love to see it. So I think I'll be probably edging towards Atlantis in this first game. Quickly do our predictions. Let's say 3. Yeah, I mean, who's gonna have an excellent game here? Maybe Avatar mod. Have some last hits. First blood. Sure. 36 minutes. Why not? So, teams moving out. Atlantis coming through a WS and Aryad. Trying to see if they can find something down here. Playhard will be in the area, but with the Fissure level 1, certainly won't really be in any threat at the moment. Just secure this bottom bounty. Trying to see if they can snag 3. If no one goes for this bottom river, they could get it. Does look like they won't be threatened up here unless they make a move through on Neon. And Ruse making his way to the Rosh Pit. Wants to be hidden. Vision is down from Atlantis. They see them coming up the high ground. Avatar mod in support as well. They're just swinging around. And as 10 seconds to the rune spawn, should just be a 2 for 2.
The battle begins.
Ponyo, he wants to try and contest, but won't get the job done. And 2 runes to Atlantis, 1 to Neon at the moment. And it might be the actual, 3 runes to Atlantis. So a little bit of advantage off the bat. And as we move into the lanes, for Neon, Avatar mod in the mid lane playing the Quap will be going up against Wonder Boy for Atlantis on the DP. In the safe lane for Neon, Fortune Soul on the Morphling, being supported by C on the 5. Chen actually getting that D-Ward as well on the obs there. Very good value, 101 gold off the bat. They'll be laying against WS on the Mars and Aryad on the Tiny. For Atlantis in the top lane, Atlantis have Ponyo on the 5 Dawnbreaker, supporting Mango Rose on the 1 Clinks. They're laning against Enru, playing the Beastmaster, and the 4 Earthshaker by Playhard. Playhard already thrown out the Fissure in this top lane just to block the creeps up. Get a little bit of a better lane situation. Level 1 axes on Enru. Wants to make sure he can get that ranged creep and not let it get denied. This mid lane should be fairly even. Both heroes have ways to harass and last hit, but nice little deny there from the Avatar mod. Top lane. Damage coming out, but won't be enough for the time being. Bottom lane, C will look to try and just keep his Morphling nice and sustained. Hasn't grabbed the level in Defined Favor just yet. Career will go down. Ponyo's regen coming out, so that's going to be pretty important. We'll stop the aggression from the Dawnbreaker for the time being. Chen still not leveling. If you want to get that Divine Favor, you want to get it nice and early to get as much value out of it as possible. But for the time being, just holding the skill point. Maybe wants to get the Holy Persuasion. Move across to get a creep. Both camps are currently blocked, so we'll have to go for quite a journey if he wants to get a creep with that level 1 Holy Persuasion. Andrew, now level 2, has the boar up with the slow. Ponyo shouldn't be too concerned. Has a Celestial Hammer to get away. And actually comes through with the Starbreaker. Ooh, not quite connects on with the slow from the Celestial Hammer. Mango Rose has the damage. He's probably one more hit away. Yeah, it would have been one more hit. Tangoing up. It won't quite yet be the first blood. But Ponyo, is he going to come in under the tower? With a boar summon ready, he could just get baited under the tower and the slows would come out. Gotta be careful. Ponyo has a Mango. Could have 2 spells available just to go in on Enru, and it would be enough damage. Fissure is up, so we'd have to rely on his Earthshaker to keep him alive. Mid lane, Wonder Boy and Avatar Mod both with their bottles, so we'll be sustaining quite well and not having too many issues in this lane. Toss in onto the Chen. Will come out. Avatar Avalanche and the Spear into the tree. And a couple more clicks, and that'll be the first blood onto Aryad on this 4 Tiny. Exactly what he wants to get going in this game. Starts rolling forward, and look at all those items to be sending out. Very happy with that first blood on the Tiny. Nice little toss back into Spear play. Play hard, try to get the pull off. Ponyo will interrupt. Make sure that doesn't come through, although one does. The big hell bear, the big red tomato, doesn't quite come far enough. This is a scary Dawnbreaker. Even though he's a support, he's got the levels. Level 2, even level 3 is a very strong timing on Ponyo, and Mango Rosie knows it. He's standing for it. Avalanche onto the bottom lane. Spear onto the Chen again. Do they have the mana for the toss? No, they're just going to have the clicks. Aryad, chase him down. Oh, he runs back the wrong way. He gets blocked in, and the click will be there. Aryad gets another one. I mean, is this Tiny core? He's got boots. He's got the more items coming out. Another 270 gold. He'll be ready to spend it up soon enough. Probably want to send some more mangoes out to keep the pressure going. Celestial Hammer just harassing out Andrew. Actually, he's going to get the kill. As I said, in this top lane, you really got to be careful around this Dawnbreaker 5. Although he's just a 5, the level in Celestial Hammer and Starbreaker are nothing to scoff at. And Rue just discovered the hard way. Once that fissure was used to secure the range creep, I believe, just immediately came out the aggression from this 5 Dawnbreaker, and Beastmaster just being hounded by the level 3 Dawn in the top lane. That's 3 kills to nothing for Atlantis in the early game. We'll just eat through the tree. Bottom lane, they actually get the Morphling underneath the tower. That's unusual. With the toss, I imagine. Certainly didn't expect that one to come out. I thought maybe Chen would go down again, but the Morphling sort of thought he was just shifting down to get more value out of a heal, but maybe he was, and the toss just came out from a creep and brought him out. But Aryad is feeling it on this 3 Tiny. That's 3 kills already out of the 4 his team has. Holy Persuasion, level 2 is up on C, so Aryad won't really be able to bully the Chen so much now with a couple of creeps available. He's got the heal creep, or the heal creep plus the purge. Good for making some movements around the map. Play hard, pops the clarity. We'll start heading towards mid lane. Still no level in the Aftershock, so that level in Enchant Totem isn't that useful just yet. Onyo scouts him out. Go respect this Dawnbreaker. Tiny and Dawnbreaker, all these tanky calls, try and get the deny. Beastmaster puts his own boar down, gives him the last little click. Aryad's coming over, just contesting some XP. Wants to say, if you want to kill some creeps, I'll have that XP as well. Gets actually lost it there on that one. Ace Rune from Ponyo. Atlantis looking really strong in this early game. Nice clean movements, good early kills, and haven't really made a mistake just yet. Aryad middle lane, 2 in Avalanche. It's very hard kill on the Quap. Unless he uses the blink. I don't really know how you do this. No level in silence. They might just want to try and secure the push, because I don't see a way they can get this kill with the blink up and available. Top lane though, Ponyo has got the slow out and the follow-up stun. They catch the Earthshaker, and with the barrage coming through level 2, that'll be enough damage. 5 kills to none so far. Early games on 5 games, 5 kills to Atlantis over Obi Neon. Early laning phase bottom. WS, he wants to TP away. Is there a way to cancel it? No, the right click isn't there. Not enough. He had an adaptive strike available, and the mana wasn't quick enough on the fingers. The Mars Arena available with the Falcon Blade, Bracer, moving into the phase boots as well. Will start to deal a fair bit of damage with those right clicks, particularly inside that arena, locking down an opponent. They want to make a play on Wonder Boy. They need to bring some more. I think Playhard's just here to soak some XP. When Ayad's hit level 4 and Playhard on this Earthshaker is still only level 2. Yeah, when you look at POS 4 versus POS 4, it's certainly not a situation you want your Earthshaker to be in. Mango Rose has queued up all the clarities. He's decided this game, even with the Falcon Blade, it's going to require a lot of mana regen to sustain the farming speed with this Burning Barrage once it's leveled up, and the Searing Arrows blinking in. Wonder Boy just does a little siphon over onto some Chen creeps just to scare him away. Ponyo, he's probably wanting to get to that level 6 as well. In fact, the supports of Atlantis will get to level 6, looks like in pretty good time, at least before the supports of Neon. Playhard's still only level 3, got the brown boots and a little bit of consumables to move around the map. Does have the invis detection to catch out Mango Rose if the need is required. There is a 2-man smoke. Wonder Boy coming with the exorcism. Level 4 in Crypt Swarm, and Ponyo 2 and 2. Starbreaker and Celestial Hammer for the time being. They're moving bottom. I'll try and get the catch, but no one's home. It might just be a push with the Exo. They might not even need the Exo if they're a little bit patient here. They could probably just click. With the Crypt Swarm, they can clear out the creeps fast enough, and I don't think Neon are looking to contest. Oh, they will pop the Exo. Yeah, I think they want to make sure that it goes down quickly. They might want to actually defend top. Blinks has been stunned up, goes invisible. Dust comes out. He's running through. Has he got a way to cut through the trees? He does have a quelling, but I think he cut the wrong tree, or he's just been blocked up. With Enru arriving, still being chased, trying to juke in the trees, but 3 heroes of Neon will get their first kill for the game. Wonder Boy tipping bid with the Exo, still running for just a little bit. Won't be able to get any damage on this mid tower. There is a DD avatar mod guarding it up. Has expired now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And get a stun onto the Quap. Yeah, it's not really fast enough to get the follow-up with the Starbreaker.
Dire's top tower.
But if Mars rotated, they certainly would have enough to do the job. Blink on cooldown for 4. See, no mech online yet. Only 16 gold away. Trying to get the rune. They do. Stun comes through on the Quap. He's blinked in. That could be a little bit dangerous. Wonder Boy, he's still got the damage. Toss comes out from Ayad and the Crypt Swarm for the last hit of damage. See, finished off Tiny, but will pay for it with his life in the river as 3 members of Atlantis turn up, and WS still has the arena. Catches in Playhard, and this is going to be a dead Earthshaker into the arena with the spear. It's a triple kill for Wonder Boy. This mid lane Death Prophet, they get the bottom tower, gets a triple kill without Exorcism even up in the mid lane, and that was the Sonic Wave expended as well. He blinked in to try and get that rune on Avatar mod. Gotta be careful. Damage is there. The blink only just comes out in time. Bottling back up mid lane. Play hard. TP's in. Will be scattered out by Wonder Boy. Claritying up, so keep farming away. WS, now that he's used the arena, up again in 49. We'll just head back to the bottom lane. Continue to get a little bit of farm on. Work towards that BKB or the blink, whichever one he wants first. And as we have a little sneak peek at the net worth, we see that the 3 cores of Atlantis are at the top of the charts at the moment. But see this Tiny 2.3k gold. That's the one that we need to keep an eye on. That's the one that will make a large difference in this game. If you can get the Blink Dagger online, he's already 1,000 gold. Only another 1,100 away to have that Blink Dagger. And Ayad, you can see what he has done without the Blink Dagger. Gets that available. He's just giving an absolute menace to Neon. Avatar mod just trying to block that wave a little bit so it meets a little closer to where he is, but he can't really step up. He knows he'd be in danger if he did. Rune spawning. It will be haste in the top lane. Bottled up on Avatar mod. So we'll have another form of survivability outside of the Blink Dagger for the next couple of minutes ago. Being able to have that hasted movement speed to just run away. And Neon are moving into the jungle of Atlantis. They will claim the bounty rune. Pick themselves up a mango. And looks to just clear it out. Ponyo looks to grab a little bit of XP, sapping off to the side, but doesn't want to be too close, knowing a Fisher and Raw can come out in quick succession and claim the kill. So Beastmaster and the Zoo are coming mid lane. Glyph is forced. Play hard level 6 now as well with the Echo. But the Zoo against this level 4 Crypt Swarm doesn't really survive too long. There's a smoke here. WS doesn't yet have the Blink Dagger. Visual catch 2. And that movement will not come to anything at this point. But you can see, once I get these Blink Daggers on the Mars and the Tiny, it really will be of an issue. Thought I heard the Solar Guardian then for a moment being queued up. And they're just brazenly farming their own jungle here. And Ruin C, they're sort of saying, hey, you want to come fight into our creeps? Be our guest. But we have a lot of our army here. You gotta be careful. Play hard, still just body blocking. 9 on the ward will come out. 100 gold, yoink, Wonder Boy will continue to grow his lead over the Quap, but it is the Morphling now, top of the net worth chart, who's just been quietly farming up down this bottom lane. Hasn't really been under any pressure. As the Falcon Blade treads, moving into the Yasha, won't be too far away on that one. Ace popped on Avatar mod. And with the Witchblade complete for that early damage, we'll go straight into the BKB next. Understands he needs to be able to stand and fight when there's so many stuns sort of coming out between the Avalanche, the Spear, you got the Starbreaker, there's a Silence as well. You know, there's a lot of control from Atlantis, and if Quap gets caught by pretty much anything in a fight, we'll go down. Top lane, Tiny, yeah, throws out the Avalanche, trying to live a little longer, but he returns to the earth. And over Neon, or NeonEsports rather, get themselves a little kill. That hurts on the Tiny because he's getting pretty close to that Blink Dagger. Now 700 gold away. Mid lane, they want this tower. I think they will get it this time. Yeah, last time they were forced back by the Death Prophet. This time, not so much. And Obi Neon now has a net worth lead. Actually just taking a little bit more control around the map. They still have their mid tier 1, which is, you know, surprising against a Death Prophet that's had such a good game. Certainly a weird one. Top lane, Onyo. He can't really TP. In fact, he doesn't even have a TP, so he's going to have to rely on the Dukes, and he will walk straight back through. Can we just hide in here? Actually, I think he's hiding pretty well, and continues to go through the trees himself. It's been pinged out. Again, this is it. He will eventually go down. The rotation's coming. Enru is here, and Fortune Soul will get the pick. Maybe I thought they would have used that time to push mid lane on Atlantis, pop the Exo, and try and get this mid lane tower down while they're being distracted. Mars, Blink, Spear through onto the Earthshaker, and with the Burning Barrage, Mango Rose just finishes it off. Can't sleep on this Clinks either. Clinks farms very, very quickly with this Burning Barrage. Now 18-second cooldown. 4 in the Skeleton Walk. He moves around the map quite quickly. DD, Catapult, Exorcism. This tower is not living, particularly with an arena still to drop down if the fight did come. He's looking for it. If they can find Avatar mod with the Exo running, they might just get the kill. Is he going to jump in? He has the arena. Blink is up. Spear available. They see it. Spear him back into... Oh! Doesn't quite catch on the tree. And the Silence misses as well. I mean, you saw he went straight between those two trees. Just thread the needle, unfortunately, for WS. Didn't feel like he'd get Arena and Spear fast enough before the Blink would come out from Quap. So just went for the naked... Went for the naked Spear. And relying on the Death Prophet Silence. Is that level 1? Death Prophet Silence level 1 to finish it off. 3 seconds would have been quite enough. Bottom lane, smoke, Blink comes in. WS is in trouble. And he just goes to TP out, but not in front of the Morphling. Fortune Soul will finish him off. And that's another kill for the Morphling. Fortune Soul, he's starting to ramp up. Saying that though, Clinks, 600 gold ahead. Not being slowed down at all. Force staff being worked on perhaps for C. Wants to have a little bit more survivability in the fight. Or Force staff or the Holy Locket, one of the two.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Enru, Helm of the Overlord is online. So the Black Drake, the Fireball, Splash Attack, and the Dragonhide bonus armor aura. Just adding to their auras in this game at the moment for Neon. But I can't help but think that the longer this game goes on, the more it advantages Atlantis. Even though the Morphling is on the side of Neon, you know, I think if this Dawnbreaker support can get to the stage where he gets an Aghanim Scepter, it's going to be very, very good. And just jump over the edge of the fissure. Will they chase him down? Avatar Mod has a Blink and Sonic Wave, but won't decide to go through. He has the Holy Locket on Ponyo, so this is the plan. It's all in on Solar Guardian. Try and protect the person who gets roared. They want to fight. Haste. Tossing him in. He hasn't got Exo. Silence on top of Chen. Then they follow up with the damage. Exo is there. He has the Sanjin fire on the back line. Mars is being saved by the Solar Guardian. And the arena comes out. There is a roar over on Mars and a Sonic Wave pushed over the other side of the fissure. No one's even dead yet. Everyone's still alive. Dawnbreaker will eventually go down. Stun onto Morphling. There's a silence follow-up. WS trying to back away still. Will get caught by the waveform. Fortune Soul jumping in. Trying to get focused down by Mango Soul. Hasn't really got enough damage. There's an Echo over onto Wonder Boy, but he's still healing with the Spirit Siphon. Ghosts are still going to work. Avalanche just trying to slow down this Ancient Thunderhide. Oh, not the Thunderhide. The Black Dragon, and the Deny comes out. Mango Rose getting the job done, making sure they don't get any goal from that one. Now, into the Roach Pit they go. That was quite an interesting fight. Like, in the end, 3 heroes for the side of Atlantis go down, but man, it was a slow, grindy fight. No one really got bursted. Now, between the Roar and the follow-up Sonic Wave, the Solar Guardian did enough to keep the Mars alive. They end up getting the stun, turnaround on the Morph, but she didn't really have enough damage to kill this Morphling. I don't think Clinks was in the area, so Fortune Soul will grab the Aegis. And 5 minutes of crunch and vulnerability for this Morphling. They couldn't kill him once before. Really struggle now. Onyo, I think he's going to show on this top lane. No. Luckily for him, he does just back away. Rotations. WS has Arena in 3. Misses the spear. Would have dropped the Arena, I guess, but with the spear already down, might not have had enough damage, and then you're down an Arena for the next 50-odd seconds. Top tier 2, Glyph will be used, slowing down the push for the time being, but probably only a matter of time on this top lane with the Morphling Aegis before they get the job done on this tier 2. Mango Rose is farming a Storm, has the Gleipnir completed, so some of his lockdown of his own. And they go with the Arena, done through, onto the edge, and with the Gleipnir, WS gets the last hit with that extra little bit of control. God's Rebuke maxed out, will start to deal a lot of damage once he gets a few more damage items on WS. If that's the choose the route he wants to go. Maybe an Aghanim Scepter, Desolator. Tier 2 does fall in the top lane, but the trade is happening bottom end. When you're an Aegis down, you're playing on the map without an Aegis, you sort of want to take the trades like that. You're happy to trade a tier 2 for a tier 2. Smoke in the mid lane. You're sort of waiting for him to come back, I think. Fortune Soul has the completed mana, working towards the Skadi. They're just holding the high ground. Smoke is going to expire in a few seconds. Just waiting. I think Atlantis know exactly what's going on right now, and they're just waiting, biding their time. No Arena for 30. And it would look like at the moment that the teams have swapped sides with the way they're positioned, but in fact, this is not Atlantis' base over here. This is the base of Neon. So they're on opposite sides of the map at the moment, and maybe cut some creep wave to slow down the push. Certainly would be the call. Mango Rose will get immediately on that with the Burning Barrage.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Courier being picked off as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under
and now the smoke comes out. You're smoking into Aegis. Yes, you have all your ultis. I think he's up and available. Blink comes out. They catch Play Hard, but they don't get the follow-up. He's still in the trees. There's the spear onto the tree, and the damage will come out from Clinks. Way more spells. So that's a little excellent play there for Atlantis. just delaying the use of this Aegis to go high ground. Enru does TP away, or he's spotted up. Because realistically, you want to use this Aegis to clear out all the tier 2s on the side of the map of Atlantis, and with that pickup on the Earthshaker, it just delays it. You know, it's 2 minutes. Now it's going to be 2 minutes and 1 minute and 30 before Earthshaker's really ready to go again. You don't want to take a fight with a man down. Aryad, working towards the 4-staff after the blink. We'll scout out the team. And Rue's behind. In fact, he's the one scouted out as well. There is vision up on the high ground, and it's immediately pinged out by the tiny Aryad. Says, whoa, we knew I was there. Tower goes down. We have 1 minute 29 left on the Aegis. Will they attempt to high ground? It sort of looks like they're coming in with all the auras. Inner Beast, Vladimir's offering, Rennet aura, Fortune Soul. He's got plenty of assistance here, plenty of attack speed. Creeps though will just immediately die from the Clinks' burning barrage. You can't underestimate this damage. Now going towards the BKB, we'll just be able to stand his ground and fight in the middle. WS will TP away. No way to cancel on Avatar Mud. No Yule's Scepter for the time being. C did in fact throw finishing that Holy Locket. So yeah, there's no AA this game. No innate ways to reduce regen. So getting that extra heal burst, 20 charges over someone, plus the 30% amplification to heals for your Hand of God and the mech. We'll do a lot of work. 30% extra heal on everything. Ponyo. The time is coming though. This support, Dawnbreaker, is only 1,300 away from this Aghanim Scepter, and my goodness, isn't an Aghanim Scepter. I mean, look at the amount of text there. When you see that much writing, you know it has to do something. Extra heals, extra duration, extra pumps. You can move it at a pretty slow movement speed as well, or you can just instantly cast for the follow-up stun. Tier 2 will look like it'll fall here. Last one for Atlantis as the Aegis expires and they smoke up. Thinking Atlantis might get a little bit quick here. Stun comes out, follow-up raw. They're going to go straight in on this Dawnbreaker and committing a fair bit. They get the kill and onto the high ground. Dawnbreaker will have a buyback plus a Solar Guardian if pressed. So certainly probably one of the better ones to be picked off for Atlantis. The one that can buy back and immediately get into the fight. The Aghanim Scepter on Death Prophet has not really been picked up. You know, the extra spirits flying out. Spirit bonus damage 50%. There's a slow. You know, that was grabbed for quite a long time when the Death Prophet first got that Aghanim Scepter upgrade, but now not so much. Smoke coming out. 3-man. Clinks is leading the way under the cover of the Skeleton Walk. They see Fortune Soul. They're going in. The spear misses. And there's a 3-man Echo on the back line. But the Solar Guardian's coming in, trying to heal them up. BKBs are popped on both sides. Arena's on the deck. Earthshaker will go down from the damage of Mango Rose. Mango Rose, he's hitting into Fortune Soul. There's extra damage from the Rebuke, but the second spear will actually miss. Avatar Mod in the back line. Clinks goes invisible. WS is trying to tank up the damage coming out from these creeps, but it's a little bit too much. Up in the back line, Aryad goes in with the combo onto Enru, but now he's being chased down. Wonder Boy's trying to protect him. Blinking back down to the south. Mango Rose with the damage from the burning barrage. It's a lot. He pops the BKB. He's trying to fight against Fortune Soul. He's going into strength. He's losing his damage at the moment. He has to morph away. Kill the creep. Blinking in from Enru. He wants to get this Clinks, but Clinks might just turn around on him in a moment. They're still chasing. There's a Soul Siphon in 12. And out drops Mango Rose with the burning barrage. Will get the damage, but will the tick from the dragon be enough? No, he goes invisible in the trees. He is dusted up. Back here. Wonder Boy TP's away, and Fortune Soul will be able to walk away as well. So, as the dust settles, it's 4 dead on the side of Neon, 3 with a dieback on Atlantis. So really a 4 for 4, but it's the Clinks and the Death Prophet that live on the side of Atlantis, able to sustain through that fight. And to be honest, it was a pretty disastrous fight for Atlantis. So the fact that they come out of that one pretty much on top speaks wonders for how they're going in this game. That was a 3-man echo from the Earthshaker, and it wasn't enough. The Solar Guardian came out. Arena catching through. We'll just have to settle for the Chen. On the backline, though, Death Prophet gets burnt down. And Mango Rose is on the run, so it's a pos 2 for a 5. And it might be WS that goes as well. He's got no way out. BKB, but BKB, you're not going to TP in front of that Morphling. Clink's has been caught. He has to force the BKB and run. He's still not under detection. Dust will be dispelled by that BKB. And he'll run away far south, waiting 7 seconds for a TP. Aghanim Scepter 500 gold away for the Dawnbreaker. You saw how good it was. I believe it was just a level 1 Solar Guardian at the time without the Aghanim Scepter. If we get level 2 with Ags, we'll make a huge difference. But the Tiny's been caught. Glyph comes out. Ayad, you stepped too far forward. And Fortune Soul and crew got straight on in with that Fisher follow-up. And all of a sudden, your top lane of Rax is under threat. Link's trying to burn down this dragon, but it stays alive. Secondary Glyph. They want to defend this one. Where is the Dawnbreaker? Is he off farming? No, he's not. Probably, I think Ponyo needs to go hit some creeps. Try and get this last 250 gold. Get towards this Aghanim Scepter. So Fortune Soul now working towards maybe even the Satanic. Is it being sent out right now? No, just the casual Morbid Mask for the time being, and working into the Daedalus. So really doesn't want to care for the BKBs of Atlantis. Wants to be able to just cut through that BKB like a knife through butter. And once he gets that Daedalus, he pretty much will. Oh, the bird and the ward being found there. Scan did just catch Neon, so Atlantis know where they are, but Avatar Mod, he's back up onto the high ground. Just straight on in, the creep's pushed in, and this ranged Rax is under threat. They need to get... He's got the Aghanim Scepter, plus the Holy Locket. They can really bait someone here. This is the play. Silence comes out, holding the BKB and the Arcane Rune. Force a fight now and bait him with this Aghanim Scepter on the Solar Guardian. I mean, 30 minutes in, you're feeling pretty good. As Ponyo, to have this up and running, no one should really die until that Daedalus comes on. It's smoke on smoke. And who's going to find the jump? Will it be W with the Arena or Earthshaker with the Echo? Both going to see each other in a moment. And they go, blink in. BKBs are popped. And the ultimate's coming down on top of the two heroes inside the arena. They're not getting caught. But Wonder Boy, he needs to heal up. He has the Spirit Siphon running. And Morphling goes down. They get the kill. Ponyo following through with the slow. Mango Rose getting the work done as well. Back to the top side. Buybacks all coming out. 3 from the side of Neon. Back to the top of the Roche Pit. Gleipnir catches the Beastmaster. And Fortune Soul, he's brought back. He's back into this fight. But he's stunned up against the tree. Mango Rose, his BKB's hitting. He's trying to get the work done. He can't die back here or the Roche fight will be over. WS does look like he's going to go down. Mango Rose is the one who has to run away. So we'll go invisible. Just wait for that dust of appearance to disappear. And the buybacks committed there. 3 from Neon will secure the Roshan. It's a heavy price, but getting the Shard and the Aegis will be worth it. Fortune Soul definitely needing to get this one after buying back. I mean, certainly the Chan and the Earthshaker, the buybacks aren't worth quite so much. So they will be down if they get taken out in the next fight. But Chan and Earthshaker, yeah, sort of plummeting back down that net worth when having to buy back there. But the Morphling should be able to sustain his farm pretty well. Mango Rose just getting a pick off on the Earthshaker. I mean, with the Daedalus now and the Gleipnir, it's a lot of damage. The Daedalus on one core. Where's Morphling? He doesn't yet have his yet. With that buyback, we'll have to wait a little bit longer before his comes online. DD in the bottom lane. Surely they see it's under a ward. They know the DD's here. They give the bottle over to Mango Rose. Oh, this is a DD Clinks. He already does 400 damage. Look how slow. Oh, yeah, it hits. Oh, my goodness. Someone give him some attack speed, please. Just toss that tree, yeah. Why would you want to hit another time? WS is being slowed down with his item progression. Grabs the ultimate orb towards the Hex. And they'll kill the bird again. These pesky birds. Have they got themselves a gem actually yet?
Dire are scattered.
No gem yet. Just plenty of sentries. Looking to control the map. And 5-man smoke coming up. Who are they going to try and catch here? And Rue, he has a blink. If they walk up this river, they're going to probably get dispelled. Blink is on cooldown for the time being. 6 seconds. Can they get the catch? They know they're in the triangle. They're trying to loop around. Mango Rose, see if you can find a catch solo before the fight kicks off. Has backpacked his Falcon Blade for the time being. Patience from Atlantis, not wanting to run up into that triangle, knowing that the whole side of Neon are sitting there waiting. Raw ready, BKBs, Fortune Soul with the Aegis. I mean, they're feeling pretty confident on the side of Atlantis. They want to smoke and take a fight into an Aegis. They killed the Morphling the first time. I guess they think with the DD they can do it twice. DD will be used on Mango Rose. On the top lane, Ponyo does show, but remember, has the Soul Guardian, and he sort of wants to play like this as the Dawnbreaker. Get a little more value out of the lanes. But Neon look to punish. They're moving top. They're saying, if you want to play this top lane as the Dawnbreaker, you will not be able to sit here alone. But Ponyo knows. He doesn't push it too much. He starts to move back. Oh, he needs a ward down. Remember, there could be a Hawk come out and just scout him out in the trees. He will TP home. Not risking it any longer. Meanwhile, the rest of Atlantis are around this mid lane. They catch the Earthshaker. They know where he is. Ooh, that was... WS was itching on the trigger there. Thinking about going in. It's a 5-man smoke now coming through the bottom lane. Remember, they have Aegis for a minute 50, so it will be up for this fight. Neon, they want it. They have the Roar, Blink Echo available. Everything is ready to go. Play hard, going in with the Roar. They actually find Mango Rose. The heal isn't enough. He dies. Atlantis, they got to get out. TP from Ayad will get the job done. The 5, Ponyo, Dawnbreaker, not quite fast enough with the Solar Guardian. I think maybe if it had come out just a touch faster, he might have got the save. But Mango Rose just instantly gets deleted with the Roar and the Fissure. Catch him with the Vision. They both do have buyback, but certainly not a buyback you want to use at this point. Being the lead that you have over the Morphling. You might just have to submit a Rax here. You certainly don't want to buy back on the Clinks at this stage in the game. You know, they still have Aegis. Probably just try and delay. Actually, they're tossing back in. What do they want to do here? Just delaying it still. Glyph comes out. The catapults, though, are not going to die to the Glyph. So, double catapult wave coming in with the attack speed aura. These buildings are actually going to die very quickly. They're still waiting on the Clinks respawn. Ultimate on 17 for the Solar Guardian. That's the range dying as well. And Fortune Soul, he's headed top. He wants this other melee Rax. It'll be 2 Rax to nothing for NeonEsports. Plus 250 for Wonder Boy. Zutax as they try and make their way away. And yeah, I think Neon read that they were never going to defend there, but now with Clinks respawning, they're TPing out. Try and get the catch. Wonder Boy does show silence. Catches on Morphling. Aegis expires. He's killable. DD in the top lane. Do they see it? Yeah, Mango Rose is sprinting for it. Wants to try and make the fight happen. Scan comes out. Does catch the channel on the way through. WS, he's still smoked. With the arena, BKB, no Hex just yet. This might be your best moment to go. The game is relatively even. They will just back away, not wanting to force it for the time being. The patient move. The Zoo moving in, and Rue has the BKB. Oh, actually stunned. Over onto the Beastmaster. We'll just try and get bursted down, but in comes the heals. BKB out, Avatar mod in the middle of the fight. Raw catches on the Mars. He will be just fine. And looks like Neon are trying to run it away. Wonder Boy in with the Exorcism. And the slows. Fortune Soul has been caught by a Silence Manta to get out of that. Trying to be focused down. Turns into the Tiny and throws out the Avalanche. But Mango Rose is here with the damage and he will fall on the Morphling. Dead for 101 seconds. Big Echo catches on to 3, but Mango Rose is still healthy. And they find the final catch on the way out. No, this Morphling, they know the 3 heroes that are dead have no buyback. No buyback for the next 30 seconds. So it will be up in 30 seconds. Certainly wouldn't want to expend it, but 30 seconds and buyback will be available. West 18 on the Solar Guardian. Very impactful point as well. Quap made it out in that fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Beastmaster lived as well, interestingly enough.
Radiant's middle tower.
But they're going to force it. With the Daedalus on Mango Rose and the level 25, 25% burning barrage damage. Really kill these towers quite quickly. Morphling in 45. They might buy back on the Morphling if they continue the fight. No, he doesn't have the gold on it. Doesn't have the gold, so I mean it's 30 seconds without Morphling. Atlantis not sure whether the buyback gold was available, so not wanting to risk it. Probably assuming that it was 400 short, so kill a creep. It's gold. Yes, it is. Plus 250. Give this man level 18. Somebody. Working towards the Wraith Pact. Let's queue that up next. Just wants that full support and healing aid once he comes in with the heals. Wants the Clinks to have a way to heal up. And so the Wraith Pact, or the Vlad's in itself, with Lifesteal Aura will be enough to get the job done. With the mass damage coming out from him. Chiva's just a scout. Roshan in 1 minute 22. Birds for vision. And Atlantis have a 3k lead. You can see in this game, it's been a bit of a topsy-turvy one. It's gone up and down. Ghost Scepter on Chen. Very impactful against the Clinks. Means he probably can save himself from being bursted if he just doesn't die immediately to a couple of crits. Avatar mod. I said the completed Shiva's Guard, but also the Gem. So looking to control the map. Ayad, Gem as well. So Gem on Gem. Both looking to get full control around this map. All their heroes. Mars has Scythe of Ice. So instant catch with the Arena Spear follow-up. Wonder Boy. Just getting the plate mail casually for that armor. Very popular on the Death Prophet at the moment. Getting that casual plate mail for the additional 10 armor. It's actually something that was popular, quite a few years ago. And it's sort of coming back into fashion at the moment. We'll look to maybe build into, a Lotus or a Shiva's or an AC later. But certainly for now, he's working towards the Aeon Disc. Wants to not get bursted. Realize if they can survive a Roar, survive the Echo Slam, then they have enough sustain to turn around the fight and make Neon pay for coming in. And it's the 5-man smoke from Neon. Heading out, not level 25 yet on the Quap, so lacking either the additional damage or the blink cooldown. They're heading north towards the Roche Pit. They're just trying to do a sneaky Roche hit. It would be very quick. With the damage coming out from Fortune Soul. They're going straight in. I don't know if they're going to catch it fast enough. They might be pinging it out now, but it's a little too late. The Roche is already dead, and that's a Refresher Orb. Let's see who grabs that. So, Refresher on the Quap. Cheese on the Quap as well. Aegis on Fortune Soul with his Morphling. And we're back in the same situation where before. Atlantis sort of feel like they have the advantage in the fights, but it's pretty even if Morphling has this Aegis. Cheese being passed over to Beastmaster. Make sure that he doesn't get bursted, although it is in the backpack, along with the Trickster Cloak. So 2 forms of abilities to stay alive in the fights. He's not rating either of them at the moment. DD, Fortune Soul. Oh, he's dealing about 1,000 damage, 500, 300, about 900 damage. Actually, there it is now. with all the auras. Close to 1,000 damage right clicks on this Morphling. But Atlantis, they're not that interested. Creeps are hitting the tier 4s. Ponyo's not showing. Got the Paladin Sword as well, so additional amplification. 14%. And it might look like the side of Atlantis are forced back. The Zoo all coming in. Morphling goes up to the high ground. Stun. Toss him up in the air with the Hex. They want to get the initial burst, but it won't be enough. Actually going in. Hex from over onto the Quap, but the Roar comes out. BKB, they're going to have to deal with physical damage. There's the heals. Coming through on the WS. It should keep him alive. It will. Refresher Orb. Double ultimate. Ponyo will just probably die off the bat as he comes in. Does have a buyback, but no ultimate now. BKB on Wonderboy is just trying to run away. The Clinks all the while not really getting enough damage to kill anyone off. Playhard will live as well. So excellent fight there for Neon. They get the 2 deaths. Ultimates used from Atlantis, and they don't even expend the Aegis. Refresher is the only resource that was used there by the Quap, but I believe the cheese is still available. Yeah, in the backpack, so cheese is still there. The fondue. Old fondue made from the milk of the long-lost Furbolg vendor. Whatever that is. Fortune Soul back up onto the high ground. This last Rax, it will be Megas if they can't defend it. It's very hard now. He's on 3,700 HP. Tossing him in with the Hex follow-up. The silence. They have to get the damage, but he just mantas and waveforms back. Back onto the tower. BKB popped from Fortune Soul. Actually, this could be a bit of a go time. They catch Enru with the slow. Mango Rose dealing the damage. Avalanche coming through on 2, but the Fissure controlling Aryad. Raw. Killing him, and he will go down to the right clicks of Avatar mod and the adaptive strike of Fortune Soul. And now, what do? Tiny has no buyback. They're trying to catch Mango Rose. They do with the Fissure and up onto the high ground. There's the damage, the silence. There's the first life. Mango Rose will back away. Hex onto the Quap. Can they get the damage? This time there's a Raw follow-up onto Mango Rose. So the damage isn't there coming out on the Quap from the Clinks. And Neon look to be on the run. Can they get the damage? Follow-up. Trickster's Cloak. There's the Sonic Wave. It's enough to actually bring down the Mars. Blinking over to Ponyo. Can't really survive. He will just immediately pop it and back up onto the high ground, but dies. No ultimate. And here's the last Rax. Mango Rose is dusted up. Axis coming out, trying to deal the physical damage, but it's still the full 5-man of Neon. And they're onto the base. They're under the tier 4s. Mango Rose, he just has to try and stand and fight. Has the buyback. Buys a Desolator. Wants to have more damage. He realizes there's one shot at this. Puts it out, but oh, the Ghost Stick. It's too much and controlled up. Mango Rose under the artillery fire of Neon. And game 1, GG's called. Game 1 goes to Neon Esports over Atlantis. A tight match. Certainly looking forward to game 2.